Welcome. We are live once again. Let's give it a few minutes, see who joins up. And we're going to chat today about this question: can Freemasonry win? And I understand within that, there's a lot of interesting questions. What does it mean to win? What is winning? So I'm curious to get your thoughts on that. And I'll talk about kind of where I came from and where I got that idea in a second, where I got the idea for this question. I understand it kind of sounds like an open-ended question, but I think that kind of makes it more fun. So question, can Freemasonry win? Nicholas Romita just joined us, I think. Did I see that? Yes, I did. Nicholas, how's it going? Good to see you. Well, you got here super quick. You got here right away. Oh, and looks like you sent a photo. I just got my messenger back on my phone. Christmas with the Cranks on YouTube. Maybe I'll watch that. Maybe I'll watch that tonight. Thank you so much for sending it to me. Let me know on here what you think of this question, what you think of this idea, quote unquote, can Freemasonry win? Or what you think of the term. Also, I saw, Nicholas, that what do you think it means? That's kind of the fun part of this. I'm going to tell you what I think it means in a second, but I'm kind of curious when you hear that, question, what does it mean to you, if anything? Because this goes into a conversation I was having yesterday with somebody, or a couple of days ago, actually, but that question kind of popped up in a sense. And so I'm curious, when you hear that, what do you think it means? All right, so let's start with the idea of, okay, what confuses you about the question? What is the terms in there? Because again, the question is purposefully meant to be kind of confusing in a sense, or to get people to think. So you say the whole thing. Well, so, I mean, certainly the first part of it, right? Can Freemasonry. So, I mean, that's pretty obvious. You know what Freemasonry is. So is it the idea of the term win? Is that what you find confusing in how we're defining it? See, I think that's the key point, meaning win what? Well, let's start with looking up the definition of the word win. Because I think that I'm going to share this screen for just 1 second. So let's give it a second to see if the screen pops up here. We're sharing it. Come on, come through. I always hate how long it takes for this screen to load. I think you need to get a faster internet connection. There we go. I think we're up now. So win, meaning to be successful or victorious in a contest or conflict, or to acquire or secure as a result of a contest, conflict, bet, or endeavor. So to me, when I think of win in this question, I'm thinking of it in the first definition, to be successful or victorious, right? So then the question is, can Freemasonry be victorious? But then the question is, victorious against what? Right? So what do you think Freemasonry is trying to be victorious against? Oh, we have actually 2 votes. 1 vote yes, 1 vote no, 50-50. So but the question then becomes, right, to what are we trying to be victorious against? What is the purpose? What is kind of Freemasonry fighting against? And Nicholas, as a non-Mason, is somebody on the outside a little bit, but who has been involved. What do you think Freemasonry might be trying to fight against? Because I'm going to share soon. I want to see if a few more people jump in. I'm going to share a video on YouTube, which kind of helped me think about this a little bit in a different way. But I'm curious what people might think. And in the meantime, Nicholas, anything else you want to chat about, by all means, go ahead, jump in the chat. Let me know how you're doing. If you're just hanging out today and reading, or kind of what it is that you want to talk about. Winning against starvation. I mean, I would say winning against deprivation as well as starvation is up there for sure. The ability to, I mean, Freemasonry does actually help people every now and then. Christmas, I like to talk about. It's coming up soon. You said you have your family coming in for Christmas, right? Coming in pretty soon. Or not, your mom is visiting you for Christmas, right? I'm going to visit my dad in a couple weeks. I'm looking forward to that very much. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm visiting my dad on December 10th to 12th. And then I think I may go to Ottawa. I haven't decided for sure yet. It'll be nice to see your mom. My mom obviously passed away last year in January. I guess it was still this year, but in January. Or no, it was after Christmas last year, but I don't think she made it quite through to January. We spread her ashes this year. So cherish having your mom, with you, because she's a great person. Moms are. So, and welcome. If you're just joining us, hit the like button and subscribe button and answer the poll question. Can Freemasonry win? And don't forget, on December 1st at midnight, I'm doing a Christmas movie marathon. I'm going to watch a whole bunch of Hallmark Christmas movies, and I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. And tomorrow, actually, I'm doing a Christmas movie, or not, tomorrow I'm doing a live stream on my personal channel. We're going to be I'm going to be at the Dougal Superstore from 11 to 7, I think it is. Basically for the whole day, doing whatchamacallit, the Salvation Army kettlebells, bell ringing. So I'm going to be doing that, and I'm looking forward to that a lot. I'll share the link, actually, so you guys have it. So if you do want to check it out, you can join me. I'm going to live stream just for a few minutes at noon, just to say hello to people so they know I'm there, and encourage them to come out and see me and donate. I think that Salvation Army does a lot of really great work supporting the community. I volunteer with them for many years, and so I do really like it when I get the chance to support them however it is I can. Usually I find it takes about half an hour for people to show up, so I'm going to go into this question a little bit more when more people start to arrive. But let me just leave this link here so people will find it. So that's a link for tomorrow. Okay, we got 2 votes. 2 people have said yes to Can Freemasonry win. 1 person has said no. Where is everyone? It's still early. Don't get me wrong. It's still 9 minutes and 40 seconds in. Usually I find it takes about half an hour for people to start showing up. Yesterday, we didn't get a lot of people showing up until significantly later, I think about an hour in. But then we actually had a really great time. Actually, I'll share with you guys just so you can see, because I'm really proud of it. just going to share this screen in just 1 second. I just got to track it down. Analytics. And Nicholas, by the way, if you want to actually join me in person on December 1st at midnight, if you can stay up that late, you're more than welcome to stay and hang out, and we can watch the Christmas movies together. Or you can do it like you did last time and just wait till midnight and jump on the computer. So let me see. I'm going to switch the screens that I'm sharing for just 1 second. I'm going to share this tab. So I don't know if you can see this here, but this is the lifetime of my channel. Right, the thing that I love. This is the views, which I know I don't have that many views, but this is actually watch time. And if you'll notice here at the very end, no, come on, I'm trying to get rid of this thing here. You'll notice at the very end, we have the highest number of watch time yesterday that we've ever had. The tallest, you can see the bar here, is as high as it's ever been. So thank you so much for that, which is kind of the goal. My goal for the last little bit has been to increase watch hours. And so I'm super happy that I've been able to do that. Even subscribers, you see we've had higher in the past, but it's still pretty good here. And views. It's a little bit different. You can see we had these 2 major spikes here when I was doing some Google ads, but over here, you can see it is going up. But the watch time, the hours are going up, and that's thanks primarily to the live streams and thanks to everybody tuning in. So thank you so much for that. I'm going to stop sharing for a bit and wait for some more people to join us. Once again, the question, can Freemasonry win? And we've had actually 2 votes yes, 1 vote no. I'm curious, the second person who voted yes, if you want to jump in there, and the person who voted no, jump in there and let me know where you got your answers from. We're only at 13 minutes. It usually takes about half an hour for people to show up. So let's give it a bit more time and see who else joins us. Definitely, I recommend Christmas with the Cranks. We can do Christmas with the Cranks. I mean, I'm thinking we're definitely going to do on the 12th date of Christmas because it is so much dedicated to Chicago. Actually, I wonder. Hold on just 1 second. I'm going to switch. I'm going to go back to this winning question later once we get more people. On the 12th date of Christmas, filming location. It's funny because it was filmed in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, yet it's a love letter to Chicago because so many of the shots in it are from Chicago. So I think that's really kind of cool the way. And it's funny because Winnipeg is where I grew up. So 2 of my favorite places, Winnipeg and Chicago. Here you go. Let's do Christmas Hallmark for All Seasons for a second. Here you go. Hallmark for All Seasons. Oops. We're going to close this. We don't need this ad here. Let's give it a second for it to pop up for you guys. So actors, I don't care about the actors, chemistry, tropes. Oh, because it's got the second spot on the on this ranking, which I didn't know there was rankings of it. So one royal holiday on the 12th day of Christmas, sweet autumn, delivered by Christmas. Okay. But it doesn't say where it was, like the filming locations. I'm curious now if I can find that. Where was on the 12th day of Christmas film? Let's go with that one. On the 12th day of Christmas filmed in Canada, including Winnipeg, Manitoba. That's kind of cool. I remember the fourth. Well, let's give it a Wells joins us. I know Nicholas is asking, where is everybody? It just takes time. Like I said, we're only 15 minutes in, and usually takes about half an hour for the people to show up. It's interesting. I just found an author who is saying that he is writing a book, a science fiction book, in which Freemasons are the galactic guardians of democracy. And welcome if you're just joining us. If you're new, I hope you hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know if you want to. Oh, you did answer the question. All right. So we've had 4 votes, 3 yes, 1 no. If you voted yes, let me know what you mean by that, what you think you mean, or what you think the question even means. How do you define winning? What does it mean to win in this context? I'm really curious more in terms of what you think of that, and what you think of that poll question. So 4 yes, and the person who even said no, same thing. Let me know why you said no. Courtney, sorry I'm late. I was having lunch with my Masonic sponsor. It went pleasant. Great. I'm glad you had a pleasant lunch. That's awesome. Welcome. The author is named Dusty Roberts. I found him on Twitter/X. You are welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We got some more people joining us. Don't forget, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Hitting the like button helps the algorithm, helps more people find it. Yeah, so the name is, like I said, Nicholas Dusty Roberts. At least that's what he goes by on Twitter. Yes, he says here, because I contacted him, he was saying, okay, I'll watch. Freemasons are in my sci-fi novel. I read your history, then put you in my story. In my book, Freemasons are the galactic guardians of democracy, as we should be. I'm actually curious now if I can potentially find, maybe I'll see if I can find information about his books and what they're called, because I am following him. I just also, on the side note, jumped on and joined Blue Sky. I don't know if anybody else here is on Blue Sky, but let me know if you are, and you can follow me there. Let's see if I can find more information about this author while we're waiting for people to join us. Dusty Roberts, sci-fi, the intergalactic teleporter. His book is Echoes from Another World. What if the stories we tell are echoes of realities we have to understand? Introducing Echoes from Another World, a sci-fi adventure that blurs the lines between fiction and reality. Imagine waking up to find that your dreams are not just figments of your imagination, but glimpses into another dimension. What if the technology we dream of isn't just a fantasy, but a future waiting to unfold? Echoes from Another World takes you on a journey where every page could be a whisper from a parallel universe. Are these tales merely wait a second, I lost it there. Are these tales merely the product of a creative mind, or could they be something more? Dive into the unknown, discover the truth, or perhaps uncover a lie that's been hiding in plain sight. I'll share the screen for a second so you guys can see it. Thank you for hitting the like button as well. Here it is. Echoes from Another World. Wait for a second for it to pop up on the screen. Freemasonry will win because it's so much learning and beautiful family. Okay, so I agree. I think the question, though, then becomes, what is it winning against? What is it fighting against, quote unquote? Because to win, it's about being victorious against something. So what do you think Freemasonry is going to be victorious against or fighting against, right? You say so much learning. So could one of the things that it will win against be ignorance? Ignorance in the sense of people just being ignorant and foolish, or ignorance in the sense of a lack of knowledge? Or ignorance in the sense of people being ignorant against it and against the world? Fighting the government. Well, I'm not sure about that. I mean, I personally don't want to fight the government. I'm hoping that nobody does. I think that that can often lead to some challenges. But then that's more into this idea of what is the fighting? Why are we fighting? What is the purpose of fighting? Yes, all the ridicule that it receives from time to time. So that's a good way to look at it. It might win out against that. It might win out against the fighting. It might win out against the ignorance from people who don't understand it and what its purpose is. And welcome. If you're just joining us, please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. And by all means, jump in. Let us know in the chat. Will Freemasonry or can Freemasonry win? And then I purposely kept it open-ended because I want people to examine it more. So Courtney's saying it will win against the ridicule it receives from people and from ignorance in society, and it will win out against ignorance in the end. Watching Christmas with the Cranks while talking to you, great. I think that sounds like that might be your favorite Christmas movie, or it's got to be up there at this point, right? It sounds like it's maybe one of your top Christmas movies of all time. It will definitely stand against the hands of time, in my opinion. Yeah, okay. I think it stood for a long time, so it's going to stand for a lot longer as well. I agree with that 100%. I have tons of favorite Christmas movies. Well, we're going to have to watch some of them together, you and I. By the way, Courtney, if you have any, or anybody watching this, if you have any favorite Christmas movies, I hope that you will let me know, because maybe I can watch one of your favorites as well. Like I said, I'm thinking on the 12th date of Christmas, I'm thinking Surviving Christmas. I really like Surviving Christmas a lot. with Ben Affleck. I'm thinking It's a Wonderful Life. I'm thinking Christmas with the Cranks. But if we do those 5 movies, that's midnight through to what, 8, 9 a.m.? I don't know if Nicholas can handle that because he's so old that he probably can't stay up past 1 in the morning. He probably can't stay up past midnight, to be honest. And don't forget, we also have our live stream tomorrow at noon Eastern, coming at you from Superstore on Dougal Avenue, where I'm going to be manning a Christmas Salvation Army kettle, which I'm looking forward to a lot. So I do that every year. I've done it since 2005. It's something I enjoy doing very much. So Courtney, let me know if you have a favorite Christmas movie. I know you talked about it before. Anybody else watching this, jump in the chat as well. Let me know, what is your favorite Christmas movie? Let me know also, what do you think of this question? Can Freemasonry win? And what does it mean to win? And probably in about half an hour, or no, so we're doing this for 26 minutes. So in another 10 minutes, I'm going to share kind of where I thought of this idea, for this question, as well as this live stream, as well as what I mean by the idea of can Freemasonry win, and what I mean by that as an idea. Cameron, I just received my Scottish Rite George Washington Masonic swag from Maynard Edwards. A beautiful coin. I'll send pictures for the chat. Yes, please, by all means. I hope so. Please do so. I have a good movie title for you. Shoot, let's hear it. What's the good movie title? And welcome if you're just joining us. Hope you'll answer the chat question, can Freemasonry win? And let me know what you think I mean by that. I'm curious how you interpret that question of winning and to win, as well as hit the like and subscribe buttons. We'll give it a few more minutes, and then we'll talk about where I get my idea for this from. Just waiting to see if I can find the review. Oh, Christmas with the Masons. Yeah, well, I'm going to be I keep meaning to and planning on writing this episode soon. It's on my list of things I want to write, where I get to talk about, my idea for a Hallmark Christmas movie. It's going to be called Christmas at Masonic Lodge. Because they should. I've got an idea for that. I've had an idea for that for a long time. So it's on my list of things I want to do, to write that movie. Christmas. I mean, here, let me see if I can share. Give it a few seconds. Going to see if I can find it, and share with you guys my view of it, my image of it. Let's see. My idea for one of those movies. I actually got ChatGPT I inputted some ideas, and ChatGPT wrote up like a summary of it, which I very much appreciated. Okay, I shot your Instagram. Please share with the chat if it's okay. Once I see it, I will see about sharing it. Let's see. Here it is. Title, The Christmas Lodge. All right, let's share this screen here. Synopsis. City reporter Alina Carter uncovers a hidden side of her. Actually, let me just make sure that it's getting shared. Usually takes a second or two. Here it is. City reporter Lena Card uncovers the hidden side of her late father's life when she finds Masonic regalia amongst his belongings. Driven by curiosity and desire to honor his memory, she travels to the small town of Hollybrook to cover a story on his former Masonic lodge during their festive Christmas charity gala. Initially skeptical of Freemasonry, Elaine is greeted by the lodge's charismatic, worshipful master, Thomas Mitchell, and a colorful cast of characters, including the lodge's Jolly Tyler, Sam Clausen. Who else has initials that go SC, by the way? Just out of curiosity, at Christmas time especially. Who bears a striking resemblance to Santa Claus. As Alina delves into the lodge's charitable efforts and its close-knit community, she begins to see the values of Freemasonry in a new light. Amid the holiday preparations, Alina grows close to Thomas and becomes enchanted by the town's Christmas spirit. Her professional and personal life intertwine as she faces a dilemma. Expose her father's involvement in a way that could undermine the lodge's reputation or celebrate the positive impacts of the community. So I've had this idea for this type of Christmas Hallmark movie for a long time. I'm looking forward to doing it very much. So it's on my list. I'm some point, I keep saying I'm going to do it. At some point, I'm going to just sit down and write it. It's a million times on my list. All right, so let's see what we got here in terms of messages. We got a coin. Courtney sent 2 photos. No, it's not. I'm not able to see it on. I have to use my mobile apps. Give me 1 second. Instagram. Here we go. Here it is here. I got to share it this way. But thank you so much for sharing that. It is much appreciated. It looks awesome. Looks absolutely beautiful. You are welcome. So I mentioned before, I was chatting here about this idea of can Freemasonry win? And what does winning mean, or what does winning even look like in this scenario? In this question, and I got the idea from this, one of my favorite TV shows. Actually, I know, Nicholas, you really like this TV show as well. I got this idea from Angel, season 2, episode 15, reprise. So let me just give it 1 second. I'm going to share this. And then let me know what you think of it and if it affects the way you view the actual video. To give a little bit of background onto this before we go on, it's the first in a. Actually, I'm going to stop sharing the screen for 1 second. We're going to hit. I am stopped sharing the screen now. All right, I'm going to share the screen 1 second, but just to give you an idea of what it's about. It's the first of a 2-part conclusion, which begins in a dark place and ends even darker. And what it's getting at is the darkest urges of human existence and the actions of selfishness, destruction, and evil that causes pain and contributes to the world's system of entropy, the world falling apart. And here is kind of what I mean by that. I'm going to share this, and then I'm going to talk about it in a second. Oh. All right. Let me give it 1 second to make sure it pops up for you guys. Looks like it's popped up. I think we're all ready to go. So let me make sure we got this. Yes. All right, here we go.
Mosaic is winning.
Then why?
Asking yourself, isn't it? See, for us, there is no fight.
So let's take a second for that to close up. So that is from Angel, the TV show. And what I love about that idea and what I kind of been struggling with myself lately, I don't know if anybody else has ever struggled with this, felt this way, is this idea of, so the whole setup for that is Angel, the hero, is supposedly going down to, I guess, hell or hell dimension to fight the big bad monsters, right? The most evil people he can think of. And as he's traveling down this elevator to go fight them, he's talking to the lawyer, the guide, and the lawyer's saying, like, what do you plan to do here? Even if you defeat them, there's just going to be another evil thing to defeat after that, another evil thing to defeat after that. And eventually, when the doors open, he's not, looking at and fighting a bunch of monsters. He's just looking at human beings. And the whole point of what he's saying is that, true evil, the worst parts, the ignorant and selfish and cruel and unkind and weak parts of humanity, those have always existed and will always exist. And to me, what Freemasonry is trying to do is fight against that. The purpose of Freemasonry, what it's trying to be victorious against, is all the worst aspects of people, all the worst aspects of humankind. We try to win as much as we can. We try to win against ignorance. We try to win against cruelty. We try to win against stupidity. We try to make the world a better place in whatever ways we can. And sometimes, at least for me, lately, it feels like no matter how much you fight, no matter how hard you fight, just like the lawyer in that clip said, you're never able to win because the stupidity and cruelty and just the worst parts of humankind, which has existed since humans first walked upright, still exist. So how do you fight against that? How do you win against the worst parts of what it is to be a human and the worst aspects and the weakest aspects? I think oftentimes evil, what we view as evil, is just weakness. It's the weakness inherent in human beings that causes them to make decisions that are harmful to themselves and to others. And how do you fight against that when you try to make the world a better place? And I think Angel did have a really good answer to that, and in a couple of different places. I think this clip here, which I'm going to share in just 1 second, I think this is a really good example of why you should, what it means to actually care, and what winning looks like when you are fighting against the inherent weakness that is people and the things that weakness causes them to do. All right, I'm going to hit play here. I'm going to see, there's closed captions as well. It's just going to give it 1 second for the screen to share. All right, I believe the screen is sharing. I've got to get faster internet. Oh, here it is. All right. So I kind of like that idea a lot, where I like so the character there is Anne. She works at a homeless shelter, and she's saying, like, she's dealing with, there's a supernatural stuff in the show, but there's also the abuse victims and drug addictions and all the things she's dealing with in this homeless shelter. And she says, Gunn kind of points out, the other character, like, what if nothing you do actually makes a difference? What if no matter how hard you work, the weakness, that's how I take it, the weakness and cruelty and the worst parts of people are always going to win out. People are always going to make bad decisions. People are always going to make ignorant decisions. And you're never going to be able to actually make the world a better place, no matter how hard you try. And what she says is, well, I would keep doing exactly what I'm doing because I'm going to keep fighting and I'm going to keep trying. And I think that is kind of the way I view Freemasonry. If Freemasonry is in a battle, which I believe it is, to try and make the world a better place in whatever ways it can, whether that be through charitable efforts, through providing brotherly love and support to those who may need it or their families. It's going to be inevitably fighting against the weaknesses and the worst parts of what it is to be a human. Weakness, stupidity, ignorance, cruelty, all of those things. And even though so my personal view on it, and I said no, is I don't think Freemasonry can ever win against those things. I don't think it's supposed to win. I don't think it's about winning or losing. In my opinion, what matters is, are you fighting? Are you trying to make the world a better place? And if you're trying and you're fighting to make the world a better place, then that's the most important thing. And you're never going to be 100% successful, or you may not even be successful at all. You can try your best to make the world a better place, and the worst parts of humanity may still win, but that doesn't mean you stop trying. The thing that I think is so important about Freemasonry is it's about the effort. It's about trying to make the world a better place. And even if at the end of the day, you don't succeed, if you can make in this process just one person's life better, if you can even make one person's life better for just one moment, then it's worth fighting for, whether you win or lose in the ultimate sense. So that's kind of always been my philosophy, right? Instead of worrying about, what things mean in the big picture and winning against the forces of evil or ignorance or cruelty or weakness, just focus on trying your best to make the world a better place through however it is you can, in this case, through Freemasonry. And that's all you can do. Just like she says here, I'm going to play it again, just to one more time, give you the idea of it. Here it is. I'm going to share this one more time, because this to me is my idea of why we shouldn't think about winning or losing. We should just think about trying our best to make the world a better place, despite the fact that sometimes it seems like we'll never actually be successful. The effort is what makes it successful. Just wait one more second, wait till this pops up again. So you look here at us sharing the screen, all the things that she's dealing with: crack, runaways, abuse victims, psychotics, and listen to what she says, or after what Gunn says. I'm going to pause it here for 1 second. So the one quibble I would have with this line here, this statement here, it's not that it's all controlled by forces more powerful and caring than we can conceive. It's that it's all controlled by, or that the inherent weaknesses and cruelty and evilness in humans is more powerful and uncaring than we can conceive.
More powerful and uncaring than we can conceive. And they will never let it get better down here.
And again, for this part here, and they will never let it get better down here, I take that to mean, and human beings will never let it get better. There's always going to be fighting against those worst parts of ourselves.
What you do?
I get this truck packed before the new stuff gets here. Want to give me a hand?
I do.
Is kind of a beautiful idea of just keep fighting the good fight, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how hard it seems. And even if you accept the fact that you may never actually be able to win against the worst parts of people, it's still worth trying and it's still worth fighting, because even if Freemasonry can never win in an ultimate sense, it can, at least day to day, hopefully make people's lives a little bit better. And really, at the end of it, what more can you hope for than that? So that's my view on this question of, can Freemasonry win? Let me know what you think of that, if that makes any sense to you, if you agree or disagree. Angel actually talked about that a lot in season 2. That was kind of the big arc of season 2, the idea of like winning or not winning. And instead of focusing on winning in some grand scheme against the ultimate forces of evil, just focus on making people's lives better as much as you can, as best as you can, as hard as you can. Just fight the good fight every day, even though sometimes it's really, really hard. I think fighting the good fight is always going to be really hard. So that's my view on that and what it means to win and what Freemasonry should be focusing on. Let me know if you agree or disagree or what your thoughts are. I don't know if you have the same view I do of people, which is inherently weak and selfish and bad. And Freemasonry is one of the things which hopefully can fight against those darker impulses, potentially to create a better world, at least in the smaller sense. That character was, by the way, Anne Steele from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So I don't know. And let me also know what you think. Do you like Angel? Did you like Buffy? What was your favorite? What was your favorite character? If you're one of those people like me who love those shows, I've now switched over. Um, I much preferred Charmed. Now that's my new favorite show. But Angel and Buffy are still two shows I really, really, really loved. Who is getting who for Christmas? I don't even know what that means. I mean, I've got some. I don't know what I'm doing for Christmas yet. I'm going home soon. I'm gonna have, like I said, Christmas dinner early with my dad. We'll see about getting maybe some steaks or something fun. It should be a good time. If, by the way, you're just joining us, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. We're here chatting about, in this case, the idea of winning and what it means to win in terms of Freemasonry, as well as just in a general sense, which I always love talking about. But there's plenty of other things we can talk about as well. And also, let me know how you found us. Actually, Nicholas, if you could let me know in this stream or in the chat, did you get a notification that we were going on, or were you strolling through YouTube and happened to find us? How did you discover us? Because you discovered us right away. My mom, I am getting a novel. That's very nice of you. I'm sure your mom will really appreciate that. That is awesome. What type of novel? Scary, Christmas? What type of novels does your mom like? Cool, good. I'm glad that notifications are coming through. That's awesome to hear. Nora Robert. That's like a romance, right? I guess it makes sense. Moms do tend to really like romance novels. So we got a bunch of people watching. We got 6 people. Thank you so much for joining us. Like I was saying, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Let me know how you came across this and what you want to chat about. Saying my goal is with these is to chat about Freemasonry. Today we asked the question, can Freemasonry win? But that doesn't mean there's not a lot of other really fun things we can talk about as well. Doesn't even have to be about Christmas. It doesn't have to be about Freemasonry. It can just be about Christmas. It can be about anything you want to chat about. I'm getting a new device, cell phone. I'm with Consumer Cellular Walmart. I didn't know Walmart had cell phones. That's really cool. I'd be interested in learning more about how their cell phones are, if they work well. I'm with Bell, so actually, here's a question I'm curious about. I'm going to see if I can't and Angel is getting cat food. Well, I hope Angel gets cat food. Is it like I always get from, actually I got it here. You know what? I think I can share this. I know Bandit's watching me right now, but Bandit doesn't know what's going on. I did get because she's a cat, for Bandit, for my cat, for Christmas, I got her Friskies. Normally I give her dry food, but every now and then I give her wet food. Today I got her Friskies, extra gravy, rich in sauce, and it is, you can see it there, with turkey. So that is going to be Bandit's Christmas dinner. So, it's only fair that Bandit gets a Christmas dinner as well as I do. So, because we all love our cats. Good education isn't free. A grown man with a cat. Well, good education isn't free. First of all, I hope you'll hit the like and subscribe buttons. Second of all, yes, a grown man with a cat. Cats are awesome. I am team cat 100%. I don't know what you have against, or isn't that also? I think that was I don't know what your age is, but I think you might be also referencing King of the Hill, that old 90s TV show cartoon where Hank Hill was making fun of a man with a cat. I think Andrew Tate also makes fun of men with cats. So there you go. Andrew Tate wouldn't like me either. Also, good education isn't free. Let me know how you found us. Were we in your notifications? Did you just strolling and search for us? Do you follow us on social media? Are you subscribed? All that stuff. And let me know what you think of this question, this idea I asked. Can Freemasonry win? Oh, I've got, actually, speaking of blue sky, I've got a fair number of people jumping on here. So that's kind of cool. Here, let me see. I'm gonna actually kind of, just out of curiosity, because I'm curious how popular this is going to be. Are you on Blue Sky? Start poll, which is a new social media app. I mean, I'm on X. I've been on X for quite a while, but now I'm on Blue Sky as well. I'm just curious to see how popular it's going to be. It's going to be kind of the new, as I keep hearing, like the new Twitter or the new X. Yes, no. 2 votes. 1 yes, 1 no. I don't know. My suspicion, like I said, is when it comes to Blue Sky, my suspicion is it's probably going to get pretty big, but I don't know if it's going to get as big as X or anywhere else. I think X has just been around for so long that it has so much equity. It's hard to imagine it. It's hard to imagine anything else coming up and taking its spot. If you want to join me on Blue Sky, though, I can share with you guys my my link. Yes, Cameron, I pay only $25 for unlimited. I didn't see that message. Okay, that's actually better than I pay. That's a lot better than I pay, to be honest. So maybe I should look at Walmart. 2 votes no, 1 vote yes. For Are You on Blue Sky? Looks like, actually, it's interesting. A lot of the people who follow me on Twitter are also following me here on Blue Sky. So I'm interested. I'm wondering what the actual like turnover is between both, or actual number of people who are on both are. I'd be curious to know. We got a lot of interesting stuff on it, that's for sure. Let me see if I can share this screen so you guys can see what it looks like. And my blue sky handle. Here it is. So blue sky handle is square compass promo at bsky.social. So if you get the chance to follow me here, I hope you will. I'm hoping you follow me on all the social media platforms. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, etc., all that good stuff. We're going to give it a few more minutes. We'll see if anybody else jumps on and wants to chat about anything related to Freemasonry. Right now, we're chatting about Freemasonry, I guess, and social media, particularly new social media sites like Blue Sky, and whether or not you think there's any value to being on there, and what you think of these apps. I mean, I know Freemasonry and social media. There's always a lot of like debate back and forth about whether it's a good idea or not to be on social media. I think some social media accounts or some Freemasons have more concerns about social media, which does make sense to me, by the way. I can understand where those concerns come from, even though I personally am a believer in we should be as much on social media as we possibly can be. The largest gingerbread house was built in Texas. Pretty cool, though. I did not know that, but that is really cool. How big was this gingerbread house? I'm going to see. I'm highly curious now. I'm just going to jump over here and check this out quickly. Let's see. Largest gingerbread house. The world's largest gingerbread house was built in 2013 at the Traditions Club in Bryan, Texas. The house was 60 feet long, 42 feet wide, and 20.11 feet tall. It had an internal volume of 39,201.8 cubic feet. Well, so I think I got to go and visit this. I don't know if it's still there or not. I'm guessing not. I don't know how long gingerbread is meant to last, but you know, hopefully at least they took pictures of it. Maybe there are pictures of it here. Bryan, Texas. It's in the Guinness Book of World Records. It was made with 1,800 pounds of butter, 7,200 eggs, 7,200 pounds of flour, 3,000 pounds of sugar, brown sugar, 22,304 pieces of candy. Well, that is quite the giant gingerbread house. Oops, let me see. I'm going to take 1 second. I'm going to stop sharing this for 1 second. I do want to share this one more time before I go on to do some other stuff. I'll probably do this till 2:30 unless we get a bunch of people showing up. I do want to remind people that if you want to see the personal account and my personal live stream tomorrow, at, where can I find it now? Live. There we go. I just want to share the link one more time. If I could find it. Tomorrow at noon Eastern. There we go. I'm going to be streaming from Salvation Army Superstore on Dougal Avenue, talking about my Christmas kettle, Salvation Army. It's something I've done since 2005, and it's always been something I've loved to do. I can't wait to do it again. I think it's going to be a blast. People in Windsor are always super friendly, and so I look forward to it. I got to figure out also what type of lunch I want to have. I'm going with some soup. Here's an interesting thing. Freemasonry isn't just about the meetings. Each year we run a Christmas craft fair. See, stuff like this, I love seeing. I wish more lodges would do stuff like this. But it's great to see the ones that do it. Freemasonry isn't just about meetings. Each year we run a Christmas craft fair with 2 rooms. I've never seen fair spelled that way. Packed with local sellers. Weather is terrible, but we had a fantastic turnout. Lots of local businesses supported and people fueled with hot drinks, bacon rolls, and cake. Plenty raised for charity too. So there you go. I think that is really, really cool to see. Well done to Vindelis Freemasonry Lodge. We'll give it a few more minutes, see if anybody else shows up. We can chat about, like I said, anything else we want to talk about as well. I hope you guys will join me tomorrow. I was saying yesterday, I got a ton of work to do. This is always a busy season in Freemasonry because you have all your installations as well as a million other things you have to do. Getting ready for installations, organizing degrees. It's a lot. And it never ends. But like Angel was saying, you just keep fighting. You just keep going. Anybody seen, by the way, on a side note, Gladiator 2? Want to watch it? I can't. No worries. If you can't make it, you can't make it. But like I said, I'll be streaming just for fun. It's only going to be for a few minutes because when I'm doing the Salvation Army kettles, I don't like to spend a ton of time on the phone for obvious reasons. But I figured I can live stream for like 5 minutes and just say hello and maybe encourage some people to come out and donate some stuff to the Salvation Army. I've been volunteering there for years. They've always been super helpful to people who are homeless, who need food, who are struggling with whatever it is they're struggling with. So yeah, I think it's worth 100% supporting it. Good. I look forward to reading it when it's all finished. I'll purchase a signed copy from you. What's the title going to be of your holiday novel? You're not going to sign it for me? I bought your last novel and you signed it. Cameron, can you do a live stream about Masonic memories? Yeah, I can do that. I think we talked about that before. We'll see about doing we could do one maybe next week. And we ask people to list their favorite Masonic memories or their top 3 Masonic memories. Something to that effect. Oh, somebody just joined us. So we have 4 votes. Are you on Blue Sky? 3 no, 1 yes. By the way, if you're just joining us, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, jump in the chat and let me know how you're doing and what you want to chat about. Anything in particular, by all means, I hope to hear more from you about what it is you want to talk about. Again, anything as it relates to Freemasonry. Or it doesn't have to be about Freemasonry. We sometimes get pretty freewheeling with these, so. Yeah, I probably will, but I'll try to keep your book. I'll put it in a bag or something so I don't turn into confetti. Dad, how's it going? Good to see you. I think I saw your email about Christmas dinner, but I don't remember. I forget what it said. Let's see. Cornish game hen, lamb, vegetables. Okay, and Chilean stew. Sounds like a good collection of food to me. So I look forward to trying it out. It'll be a fun few days. I don't know. Do you know what they're having for installation yet? It'll be fun to see what they're having food wise. I'm sure my cat is chasing her tail right now. I'm sure the master or the master elect or the junior war knight has got some good stuff planned. So I look forward to it. I actually got to go to see my child is having a recital soon, so I'm going to that. So it should be fun. And I am planning a couple new interviews soon. One with Brad Phillips from Arkansas, which is going to be great. And so once I get that out, I will be sharing it as well as some more stuff I'm working on writing. That's going to be fun. My most recent article was, let's see, about the first stonemason, which we already talked about actually. But maybe I'll share a link to that as well, just so I've got it. Or just so you guys have got it, I should say. I am making turkey, scallop, potatoes, stuffing, rice, mash, sweet. Your mom is going to be very happy with that. I have no doubt. That sounds like it's going to be delicious. Let's see. Let's see. All right, leave that link in there. I like all that stuff. I like rice, but I feel like rice doesn't go with the rest of it. I feel like turkey, scalloped potatoes, stuffing, and mashed sweet potatoes. That's like the classic Christmas dinner. I'm not sure if I've ever seen like rice. I guess rice has been included in it. Certainly rice is part of the stuffing, right? Or you can have bread stuffing as well. I love stuffing. I think stuffing is probably my favorite thing to eat. Well, I mean, I like all that stuff. Especially as I've gotten older, I started to even like vegetables a lot more. I enjoy vegetables a lot more than I used to. So I love mashed sweet potatoes, but not with the little whatchamacallit, the little marshmallows on top. I don't think that's any good. Never understood why people do that. Welcome, by the way, if you're just joining us, by all means, hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know what you want to chat about. We were talking about, yes, pumpkin pie, but just pumpkin pie, no whipped cream on it, because whipped cream is disgusting. But yes, pumpkin pie. My cat got a hold of a bottle cap and is having fun running around playing with it, so good for her. Not sure exactly what is planned, what you don't know. Sometimes the better it is you are. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I think that's almost always the case. Sometimes I don't want to know what's going on. I'll just wait and see what happens. That to me is the better option, usually. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to have for lunch, by the way. I'm probably going to go with the beef, because I got some soups. I think Bandit knows she's going to get wet food on Christmas. She's all excited. Even though it's still a month away. So give it 10 more minutes, see if anybody shows up. We had a great live stream yesterday. This one's a little bit more quiet, but that's okay. We'll get some more maybe tomorrow again. We'll try it. Tomorrow I have my personal account live streaming. So it's going to be really fun. I'm having lean turkey, more protein and leaner. Yeah, well, and also you got to watch your diet. I know, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with watching your diet a little bit and being safe. So I hope, though, that the turkey tastes good. You have to let me know. Maybe I'll even go live on Christmas Day for a couple minutes while everybody's, just to say hi to all my friends and the virtual world. Wish everybody a happy or Merry Christmas. We'll see. I'm not positive, but I might do that or something like that. We shall see. Can't really hope so. That would be great. I'd be sure to tune in. Okay, so yeah, well, there you go. I think I'll do it. I don't know for sure. Maybe I'll even post it on social media in advance so people know when it's going to be. So people have an idea of when to tune in. Probably will be in the afternoon at some point. I could do my tradition of watching It's a Wonderful Life, which is one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time, maybe the greatest Christmas movie of all time, in my also humble opinion. So yeah, so we'll give it another 9 minutes, see if anybody else jumps on. But then I think I will call this live stream because I still got to get ready. I got to go see my godchild's recital. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I still got a ton of other work to do as well. I still have to send out my summons for Harmony Lodge. Let me know if you're watching this, you're a Mason, how much work you're stuck doing right now. I find December is always a really busy time when it comes to Masonic stuff, because there's always a ton of installations and events and et cetera, which usually ends up taking up way more time than you even thought it would. I am having Cornish game hen as it fits into the air fryer. I still haven't got my air fryer yet, but it's on the way. When I get it, I'll put it on the live stream so people can see it, so people know that I did in fact get it. Oh, it looks like we got a couple other people who just joined us. Welcome if you are. If you want to jump in the chat, say hello. Let me know how it's going. Anything you want to chat about. I hope to talk to you guys about anything related to Freemasonry. As well as anything else. We're talking kind of a little bit about Freemasonry on social media. And one of the newer platforms, Blue Sky, whether or not you guys are on it, what you think of it. There is some Masonic lodges, and my Masonic buddies have found their way onto it and are following me there. So that's really cool. But I would love to learn more. I will for sure. I don't know if I actually will, because they might be in the back getting ready and then performing. So I don't know. But if I do, I will for sure. And have a great day, everyone, and talk soon. Nicholas, good talking to you. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Enjoy working on your novel. If you're just joining us, by all means, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the chat, are you on Blue Sky? It's a new social media app where I've seen some Masonic bodies and Masons on it. A lot of the same ones that are on Twitter are now on this one as well, or X. I think Freemasonry as in general should be, like if I do, should be on as many different social media sites as we can. Cameron, what's your favorite pie? I love pie. I love pie of all different types. So sweet potato, pumpkin, apple, blueberry, peach, apricot. I'm going to say either peach pie or sweet potato pie are two of the best. If you'll notice here, I just did the search, so you can see on your screen on the right all of these different Masonic bodies and Freemasons that are now are part of Blue Sky. I also like this kind of meme in the middle. You are here crying in the shower before work, just pointing out how like actually small and unimportant most of our problems that we think of as problems actually are, and how insignificant they are when you consider the grand scheme of things. Cottage cheese pie is delicious. I've never heard of that. I can't imagine that's true or not. Or I can't imagine, that doesn't sound like it's true. I'm going to Google this. I'm going to find this recipe. Cottage cheese pie. Let's see. Oh my God. It almost looks like a cheesecake. Never heard. Oh, sweet potato pie is amazing, Dad. It tastes just like pumpkin pie, or very similar to pumpkin pie, but slightly better. Look at this here, though. We got cottage cheese pie, which I did not even know was a thing. I feel like it looks almost like a cheesecake more than a pie. Let me see. Cottage cheese pie recipe. So it's a Midwestern thing. Okay. Lemon zest. I'm learning all sorts of things today. All right, maybe one day I'll try to make a cottage cheese pie. Yes, sweet potato pies are very, very good, Dad. So if you get the chance, I'm going to recommend that you give it a shot. You can buy them at the store. They're cheap and they're very, very good. Looks like we got a few more people joining us. Another vote. 4 no, 1 yes for Are You on Blue Sky? By the way, if you're just joining us, hit the like button, subscribe button, jump in the chat, say hello. We were talking about the idea of can Freemasonry win and what even winning means in a Masonic context. And now we're talking about social media a little bit and different social media apps, and Freemasonry should be on them. Oh, Gareth. Hey, Gareth. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. I don't know if you want to jump into this whole pie debate. What's your favorite type of pie? Did you even know about sweet potato pie before? Or cottage cheese pie, which I just learned about. But welcome. I hope you're doing well. And it's good to have you back. Let me know if you have any plans for the holiday season coming up as well. And let me know also if you maybe want to join me tomorrow on my personal channel. I left the link a few places. My other YouTube channel, my personal channel, where I kind of post more personal videos that don't have as much to do with Freemasonry. I'm going to be live streaming tomorrow. I'm going to be doing the Salvation Army Christmas kettles, and I will be live streaming from the location I'll be doing it at Superstore on Dougal. If you want to come see me, by the way, Superstore on Dougal Avenue, it would be great to see you. Well, I'm not going to search that on Google, even though I've heard of it before, because I feel like that would end up getting me shadow banned or banned from YouTube. So I'm not going to look that up, but yeah, I've heard of it before. I remember I was a kid thinking it was hilarious. So the old country is a very strange place, I got to say. You Englishmen are very strange, funny people. We got 5 votes actually for the Are You on Blue Sky? 4 no, 1 yes, it looks like. I was the yes. So I'm curious to see how it takes off and how well I'm able to leverage it for social media. We shall see. Welcome if you're just joining us to the Square and Compass podcast live stream. We're here today chatting about a lot of different things. We were chatting about the idea of Freemasonry and winning, and can Freemasonry win? And more particularly, what does that mean to you? Then we started talking about Freemasonry on social media and the new platform Blue Sky and whether you're on it or not. And then we started talking about pies and our favorite types of pie. Let me know in the chat, if you're just joining us, what you want to talk about, how you found us, all that good stuff. The more people are letting me know in the chat, the better. It is a dessert with raisins in it, served with the custard. Yeah, I remember hearing about it. I'm not a huge fan of raisins, and I don't like custards. So there you go. I don't think I'd like that one. Curveball, do Masons have an official view on medical marijuana? No. I mean, not that I've ever heard of. I think the average Mason would view medical so first of all, there could never be an official worldview as it relates to anything, because Freemasonry is divided up between jurisdictions. So the jurisdiction of, Texas Freemasons has its own official view, as does Rhode Island Freemasons, as does England, as does Ontario Masons. So the official view can only extend as far as your particular jurisdiction. So in Canada, that's the provinces. In the States, that's each individual state. Beyond that, I mean, I've never heard any Ontario Mason talk about medical marijuana, or certainly any official. My assumption would be, though, they would view it, the first word would be the key word there, which is medical. They'd view it as if there is a doctor and the doctor has prescribed it for a medical purpose, then you treat it like any other medication. And obviously they're not going to support driving while using medical marijuana, or, that type of thing, or being intoxicated, I should say. But I mean, that would be my guess. I'm eating a lemon curd ice bun. Lemon curd iced bun. That sounds really good. I like anything lemon. I love actually lemon pie, but not with any topping on it. Just the custard, the pie, the lemon custard itself. Oof, in a pie shell. I really like that a lot. So that does sound delicious. Thank you, Courtney. I appreciate that. If you guys are just watching, hit the like and subscribe button. Even if you want to leave a couple hearts or a couple reactions, all of that stuff helps out. Lemon sorbet is good. Yes, I would believe that 100%. Lemon sorbet is really, really good. Lemon anything, it's a delicious flavor. It tastes really great. So it's hard to knock lemon, whatever it is. I think lemon desserts work really well. Gareth, if I recall correctly, you're from England, right? I do believe. If I recall correctly, if I'm mistaken, let me know. Let me know, how are things going over there for you? How's the weather? It's been cold, and I haven't seen the sun in like 5 days here in Windsor. It's been cold and overcast every day, but that's winter, right? That's Christmas, so that's okay. I don't mind a little bit of cold and overcast days. It's kind of what it's supposed to be. I would do what the doctor prescribed as to medical marijuana. Yeah, I think that's kind of the view that everybody has. Just do what you're told. Gareth, correct. All right, so there you go. I did remember correctly. Let me know what the weather's like over there. Is it as rainy and gross as it is over here right now? Or do you have some nice days? Temperature has begun to drop. Yes, very windy and stormy this weekend. Well, I hope everybody's okay. I hope the storms aren't too bad and not too much damage from them. Obviously, nothing like I'm sure what Florida got recently. Never anything on U.S. storms. Yeah, especially like because it depends where you are, right? You either get the hurricanes on the coast, or you get the tornadoes in the interior, or you get the snowstorms. Although Freemasons have actually always kind of, I shouldn't say always, but are often there helping out when it comes to storms, either by Masonic lodges getting together and collecting or making donations to relief efforts. In Los Angeles, actually, when they had real issues with forest fires a couple of years ago, a couple Masonic buildings were used as storm shelters or shelters. So people who had to evacuate or had their homes lost in a forest fire were sleeping at the Masonic lodge for, a few weeks until they were able to get a new home or get themselves back on their feet or return to their homes. So I think when it comes to storms and just natural disasters and all of these type of things in general, floods, whatever it might be, Freemasons and Freemasonry are very, very often will find itself helping out in those times of crisis. Best food in the world, pasta. I personally wouldn't. So from my perspective or my taste, it's not the best food in the world, but I do like it. I do like it a lot. Gareth, just some strong winds, maybe knock a badly built fence or two over, some roof tiles. Fairly lucky. Yeah, that's a good thing, right? Not too extreme. That is cool. I agree. That is cool. I'm assuming you're talking about the storm cellar or the storm shelter from the Masonic Temple. I saw Britain had a storm called Bert. That's the one. That's an interesting name for a storm, Bert. as in like Bert and Ernie, I'm guessing. Yeah, even actually though, like if you look at the things that England went through, not storms, but if you look at say World War II, the Blitzkrieg, but the German bombings of the city in World War II, Masons and Masonic lodges were there helping as much as they could. Actually, my Masonic lodge, Windsor 403, collected food hampers as well as scrap metal to both aid in the war effort, and the food packages were sent over to England to help those, dealing with the obvious effects and the obvious challenges related to the German bombings. So usually if there's a time of crisis of some sort, you can find a Masonic lodge or Freemasons there somewhere helping out. Even blood donations, Freemasons are usually heavily involved in that. So I think that's kind of a really cool part of what it means and what it is to be a Freemason, is to be involved in those relief efforts. Leave some hearts if you want some reactions for that. When did Bert take place? Kind of curious now. Britain, Storm, Bert. Oops. Oh, I guess it was pretty recent. But Storm Bert brings snow, wind, and rain to UK. So it looks like it was one of the more serious ones. Maybe not as serious as what you get in the States, but still pretty serious. So wishing everybody to be safe. Currently taking place. All right. Then we hope everybody is safe and gets through it. Cameron, you guys have the longest coastline in the world in Canada. Do we? We have the longest border in the world, the longest border that doesn't have any military presence on it. I guess we would. That makes sense because it goes all the way up north. Yeah, because it goes. Canada has the longest coastline in the world, linking the Atlantic, Arctic, and Pacific Oceans. I guess that does make a lot of sense because it goes up north through the Arctic and then down the other side. I remember Stephen Harper really made an effort and an emphasis on protecting Canada's Arctic, and for a lot of that reason, that it's so critical to the world, that trade route and that coastline and that linkages, I should say. Bert happened this weekend. Well, I'm hoping everybody's is okay, like I said. And like I said, if there was any damage, I'm guessing there's at least one Masonic lodge out there who wants to try to help out and make things better. And with that, though, I think I still have to get ready to go. So I'm going to end this live stream. I'll be back tomorrow on my personal channel, back doing the Salvation Army stuff. Thank you guys so much for joining. And I look forward to talking to everybody soon. Once again, Gareth, great to have you back. Check out some of our episodes. Before I go, I will answer Courtney's. Yes, I haven't done it recently, but my next wrestling show is going to be January. So I'm looking forward to it very much. All right. Talk to you guys later. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.